Whiner of the Week this week is StarKist, the company that makes the tuna. Yeah, okay. This is a little weird. There was a guy a few years back, and he's probably thinking, my tuna seems a little light. You know, the tuna that comes in the can, like a 5-ounce can. I should have had a prop today. It's okay. So anyway, he has this can, and he's like, okay, this seems like it's light. And I guess it keeps bugging him to the point that he goes to a laboratory, brings him a few cans of tuna, has them weigh it. And it turns out he was right. Here's the deal. The government has requirements for the weight of a 5-ounce can of tuna. Now, here's the interesting thing. I did not realize that a 5-ounce can of tuna, the 5 ounces isn't just the tuna. It's like the liquid inside and all the other stuff. But that's kind of like a quarter pounder, how it, burns down a little bit when they're cooking it. But anyway, it's not supposed to be any less than 2.84 ounces. Turns out the can he had was 2.35. So that's about 17% lighter. And if you're paying full price and getting 17% less, well, that's a problem. And recently Whole Foods had a similar problem with that, where it was discovered that that company was on items where people would buy that were weighed. It turns out the weight wasn't quite there. It was favoring the store. And that could be really dangerous if people started playing around with weights and measurements. There's a lot of rules about it, because imagine a gas station. If they started selling you, 0.95 gallons of gas instead of 1 gallon, that would be a huge profit center for someone. So this guy noticed this. He files a lawsuit against StarKist. And just the other day, it's already time for my usual Periscope beverage. Just a second. Lovely Florida water today. We're really taking out the stops. Okay, so this guy eventually takes StarKist to court. He files a class action lawsuit. Just the other day, a settlement was reached. Now, why would people reach a settlement? Well, often, there are legal costs associated with filing a case. Maybe this guy felt like, hey, he proved his point. He was willing to settle and not spend his whole life on this. And maybe for StarKist, it made sense to settle, get rid of this problem, and move on to the next thing. But anyway, StarKist, which is saying we have done nothing wrong, it's in their legal document, which is, if you like boring stuff, read that. Anyway, StarKist is admitting no wrongdoing. However, they could pay up to $12 million to consumers who used StarKist tuna. It's pretty much looking at it over a 5-year period, basically from February 19th, 2009 through October 31st of 2014. If you bought StarKist tuna in the United States, and it's the regular type and 3 others, I think one of them is their fancier brand of tuna. Basically, if you do those things, you can get one of 2 things if you agree to be a part of the settlement. And there is a website you can go to where you can register for this. It is called tunalawsuit.com. I'm not making this up. I actually went there. I registered a claim. So basically, if you do that, you're probably going to get one of 2 things. You can choose. You can either get $25 from StarKist, or they'll give you $50 worth of tuna. Now, I don't know if that is a coupon, a series of coupons you get, or if suddenly there's going to be a knock on the door and, big box of tuna. I don't know. The amount could be less depending on the number of people who file claims. If every man, woman, and child in the United States files a claim, the total amount will probably be less. But, hey, it's an opportunity. If you got StarKist, you might have been gypped. I mean, it's kind of hard when the case doesn't go to the end to say too much about it, but I don't know. Do companies usually spend $12 million if they don't have to? Now, who knows? Maybe this is some sort of bizarro PR campaign by StarKist. I'm thinking not. And who knows? Maybe they had one scale that was measuring tuna incorrectly. I mean, who knows? Maybe it's possible. But that would make it seem almost like, are they kind of incompetent? Do they not have quality control? That's not a good thing. The other thing, which is a little more scary to think about, is the fact that is StarKist just trying to rip off people, and they've been ripping off people for those 5 years? Possible. We do not know. As I mentioned, the case has been settled out of court. Hey, it doesn't take a more legal time. A judge doesn't have to deal with it. The sides were able to agree on the settlement, and it might put money into all of our pockets. But StarKist, I can't necessarily say you did it, but we do know that the guy did have an independent laboratory weigh the cans of tuna, and they showed that there wasn't enough tuna in the cans that they were selling for full price. So they are the Whiner of the Week. I know, kind of a little complicated, but I figured this was also a way to let people know about the settlement, give you a chance to empower yourself to go out there. If you want to register, again, it is tunalawsuit.com. Interesting too, I've had some feedback from people who have Microsoft Windows 10. Last week they were the Whiner of the Week for some of those update problems where people were continually having their computer update on them because of an automatic update thing that's part of that program that was causing problems. Apparently, some are still having issues with it. I think Microsoft is slowly addressing them, but man, what a frustrating time for people with that. So that is the Whiner of the Week. Now, we usually put these on YouTube in case you didn't see them live. I put them on my YouTube channel, which is kenokel.com, just like my Twitter username. And then I've also been putting these and other Periscopes on my Catch account, katch.me. You can actually look up my name, and you'll see a whole bunch of Periscopes that I've done. I also do lots of little reports about productivity. Every once in a while, I'll throw in a video tip as well, because I do a lot of stuff with people, helping them out on different things. So that is all the time we have for now for the Whiner of the Week. I'm going to think about tuna a little bit differently, and maybe soon I'll be getting a check or a large delivery of tuna fish. If so, we'll have to have a big party. All right, I'm Ken Okel. Take care.